able to leave it in the last screen so I could just fix it, make sure it all looks straightened. Yeah. Okay, and to start the half, just hit uh-huh. Uh-huh. First half, got it. The arrow to the circle next to what? Okay, next to smooth, got it. Sorry, it's in the middle of the screen. Okay. Halftime, second half full time. Got it. Okay, and then scoreboard, you just go on the notepad, type of 1-1, file save, and then what other stupid questions do I have? Is there any way to enlarge the screen that I'm looking at with the gameplay? Okay, no worries. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah. Okay. No. That's totally fine. I'm gonna start putting up the camera now. Alrighty. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye. Would that be able to bother you? Take this from me? The window? Sorry. Yeah.
Usually 80 left. Don't have much to left. Thanks, man. You got it. Okay, yeah, I can go wherever you need me. Yeah. I'm still waiting for the camera to get here. Oh, you are? Wait, I thought you're Pat?
No, I'm worried.
You're worried about it. I thought Pat was coming.
No.
That's fine. I misunderstand. Sorry, say it. Steven. Oh, my God. Nice to meet you. I totally misunderstood that. I was talking to Pat as if he was going to be here. Like, I've been texting him all day. Yeah. I'll see you at the field. And he did not correct me.
Yeah. So I got the headphones going through here. I got everything on my set up. So
Awesome.
I guess if anything goes wrong, let me know and vice versa.
Hey Matt.
What's up?
As soon as they line up and start walking and do the national walkout, that's when I start my announcements. After I do like our sponsors, then the 11s, I'll say everyone please rise, and that's when.
Yeah, I'll come in there. I'll play it right next to you.
Awesome.
Yep.
Thanks.
15 minutes for halftime or 10?
We do 15.
Awesome.
Alright, so after my announcements, you're going to be all set to go. Alright, this is there. Teams are here. You've ever had to do pretty much everything, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
last game. Taught me to roll.
Alright, I'll call for pizza. So we do this. Okay. James, you're going to be on the right or over here?
I think I'm over here. Gotta confirm that with Steven.
No, let's go this. Take this.
No?
Is he out here? I just want to take everything down.
No, he's out here. Sorry. Steven, when should I get going? Once they line up, whenever?
Yeah, you're at home.
I'm on call.
This is good on
Mics are up or
Yep,
anything?
yep,
Okay.
yep.
I'm just gonna take this off your hands.
Yeah.
I keep this closed so I don't hear any echo when I do the announcements. Yep. For this, I'll open it up.
Which?
Motown. Yes,
Good afternoon and welcome to MSU Soccer Park for today's USL 2 matchup between the Cedar Stars Rush and your FC Motown STA. Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Formaggio's Pizzeria of Madison and 1776 Ballstown. Starting today for the visitors. Number 1, Jonah Medler. Number 5, Iflal Tesalimi. Number 6, Paul Smaibaj. Number 7, Hayato Takayama. Number 10, Ezra Whitman. Number 11, Evan Marcus. Number 14, Caden Pollard. Number 23, Mateus Marciniak. Number 24, Arian Recinos. Number 25, Eric Grossman Glover. And number 30, Skylar Cunha. And now, we're starting 11 for your FC Motown STA. In goal, number 13 from the University of North Carolina, Alan Rakowski. Number 2 from the University of Connecticut, Elijah Hope. Number 3 from the University of Pennsylvania, Joaquin Nihenke. Number 4 from the University of Notre Dame, Bo Williams. Number 5 from UMBC, Yeet Killich. Number 6 from Rutgers University, Eric Ruiz. Number 7 from the University of Portland, Micah Garnett. Number 8 from Duke University, Kenny Hott. Number 11 from Princeton University, Danny Inicheria. Number 15 from Lehigh University, Noah Levy. And number 23 from the College of William and Mary, Gabe Reutenberg. Will everyone please rise to the national anthem of the United States of America.
Good afternoon, folks, and welcome in to MSU Soccer Park at Pittsford Field on the campus of Montclair State University for this presentation of USL League 2 Soccer on New Logical Sports. I'm James Burley, happy to have you with us for this Metropolitan Division class between two New Jersey powerhouses and the visiting Cedar Stars Rush and the home top of the table FC Motown STA. The first of two meetings between these two powerhouse New Jersey youth clubs at the pre-professional level in USL 2 soccer play. The league table currently sits with the Long Island Rough Riders on 19 points, but that's got them in second place on points per game behind the home side tonight in FC Motown STA, unbeaten through 6 games, 5 wins, and a draw to their name in the USL League 2 season in the summer of 2025. The visitors have fared decently as well, sitting in 5th mid-table in the Metropolitan Division table. Coming into the weekend, they were 4th, but thanks to Staten Island Athletic SC's win over Westchester Flames last night, they've dropped back to the 5th place position on 10 points. Again, ahead of that Staten Island side on points, but on points per game have fallen to 5th. The starting 11 for the visitors: in goal, Jonah Mednard; across the back, Evan Marks, Ajmai Tessamili, Eric Grossman-Glover, and Aryan Racinos. The midfield trio for the visitors: Skylar Cunha, the captain, Paul Smiley, and Ezra Widman. And then the front three: Mateusz Marciniak, Hayato Takayama, and Caden Pollard. The Cedar Stars Rush team started the season with a couple of 2-1 losses to opponents from New York and Staten Island and the Long Island Rough Riders, but have fared better in their most recent games. 7 points out of their last possible 9, 10 out of their last possible 15, and unbeaten in their last 3 matches. However, Motown looking to go back to the playoffs in USL League 2 for consecutive seasons. They've won their last 5 and have been unbeaten in all 6 they've played to this point, including a thrilling win in their last match on the road at Manhattan SC, a 4-3 victory on Wednesday the 11th. As a starting lineup for the home side: in goal, Alan Rutkowski; the back 4 from right to left, Elijah Hope, Yeet Kilich, Mo Williams, and Joaquin Nahinki. The midfield trio: Eric Ruiz, Noah Levy, and Keenan Hott. And from right to left in the front, it's Micah Garnett, Gabriel Rottenberg, and Danny Inicheria, the DC United MLS Super draft pick from this past year. As we are just about underway at MSU Soccer Park, the home of New York Red Bulls 2, in MLS Next Pro. The referees this evening are Kenneth Domaraski, Josiah Frill, Marco Marples, and the fourth official is Hector Rueda. And with that, we are underway at MSU Soccer Park. That's Keenan Hott, the Duke University midfielder, launching this one forward to get us started. And wasting no time rushing down the flanks is FC Motown STA. They've earned a corner, just seconds into the contest. Expecting a lot of lively play down that right side of the attack with Micah Garnett. He's been scoring goals for fun. As of recent, got 4 in his last 3 matches. Leads the team with 5 to his name at this point. And Micah Garnett, Itachariot, Reutenberg, and Trey Sheeler all scored in that 4-3 win over Manhattan SC. Sheeler will be available from the bench as this left-footed in-swinger comes in right on the goalkeeper. A dangerous ball early. It took a deflection off of a green shirt. That'll be another corner for Motown on the opposite side. That's Motown in their white shirts and forest green shorts, and neon green and black are the visiting Cedar Stars Rush. Not much distance between these two sides, both well known for their prowess in New Jersey youth soccer, as this in-swinging ball comes in back on the keeper, but that's Jonah Mednard to claim. Mednard, a seasoned goalkeeper with as good a resume as you can have at this point in one's career. Played with Cedar Stars growing up, as well as the New York City FC Academy. Had a trial with Paris Saint-Germain, the European champs, and also spent time with the Haiti U20 team before making his commitment to Wake Forest at the end of last year, where he completed his freshman season. That's Keenan Hott, who switches this one out wide for Joaquin Nahinki. University of Pennsylvania fullback, looking forward for the shrieking Reutenberg, and it's going to go all the way to the goalkeeper. That's dispossessed by the captain. Skylar Cunha gives it away. Noah Levy looking forward. And here's space ahead for Danny Itachariot. Itachariot fires and forced a good save out of the right hand of Jonah Mednard. And early on, the game tilting toward his goal. It's going to be the 3rd corner already, not even 3 minutes into this one. See Motown starting with a pep in their step. Cedar Stars still looking to respond. As the in-swinger comes in, Mednard reached out for it, couldn't quite get through, and it falls all the way through off of another green shirt for a throw. Just a bit of confusion as Cedar Stars tried to get away with getting that throw in, but whistled the other way. Nahinki looking into the penalty area for Itachariot. Once cleared away by the Cedar Stars rush defense, and Eric Ruiz plays through hot. Now the Yukon fullback Elijah Hope. All the way back for Alan Rutkowski. Playing in his 7th out of 7 games in between the sticks for FC Motown STA this season. The UNC commit in between the pipes for Motown tonight, once again. Going to run through the midfield is Levy. His first touch was a good one, but now he's got to fight. There were a couple of green shirts. In the end, winning that ball off him was Eric Grossman Glover. Press staying high for FC Motown, but that first ball finally does get through, and Cedar Stars Rush can play out of the danger. Nahinki all over that pass, though, and Motown regains possession. Another fight from Nahinki this time. Just mistimed it, and now kept alive. Caden Pollard. The Kentucky University winger. Plays it back for Grossman Glover. Now Mednard. Second ball was won in the middle by Ezra Widman. And now here's Pollard. Got numbers to his right and left. Goes out to the right. That was Ajmai Tessamili's cross that just couldn't quite get his foot all the way around it. That's gone out harmlessly for a goal kick. But first lunge forward from Cedar Stars Rush. Bit of control that we haven't seen in the first 5 minutes and change. Here's Mo Williams, the former Cincinnati and former Seton Hall center back, now with Notre Dame. Here's Idicheria. In addition to Garnet, Idicheria's had some good scoring record. The entire front three has goals in each of the last 2 games, including Reutenberg, who could be in here if not for the flag coming up on the far side. And he almost got the difficult finish right, just pushed it a few inches wide of the far post. And all 3 of those guys have scored in each of their last 2 matches. Idicheria heading into his senior season at Princeton, a recent 40th overall draft pick to DC United in the 2025 MLS Super Draft. Was a standout at PDA and Pingree High School in New Jersey. And deep cross coming in from the visitors, and that one again harmless and out for a goal kick. Short again off this goal kick, and Hot just bounces to Williams. And early on now the press finding some success for Cedar Stars Rush. The interception there was Hayato Takayama. There's Mateusz Marciniak, defended well by Williams, and Williams pleading his case. That one took a deflection on its way out. Instead it will be a throw on the far side for the visitors. There's Arian Racinos. Racinos, the UNH fullback, and another player with an impressive resume of his own right. Spent time with the New York Red Bulls reserves on this very field before making his way to the U20 World Cup with Guatemala. Guatemala's first team, of course, having success at the CONCACAF Gold Cup at this moment as Denny Idicheria dispossesses Grossman Glover. Now, Gabe Reutenberg, looping ball to the back post. It was a good one for Idicheria. He'll be able to recover it, but not as far as the far touchline, out for a goal kick. Long ball in to the direction of Marciniak. He couldn't bring that one down, and now Hope can bounce through the middle. Is Yiğit Kilic, a Turkish international, formerly of Caldwell University just down the road, and where he was a member of the CACC all-second team at the Division II level. Long ball in the direction of Hope was won out of the air by Racinos. Reutenberg. The William and Mary forward combining as Garnet is brought down. Micah Garnet, just perhaps the most dangerous player in all of the USL 2's Metropolitan Division at the moment. 4 goals in his last 3 games and 5 on the year. Had 6 all of last year. At that halfway point of the season now, has nearly eclipsed his total. The Portland winger draws the foul here. And we've seen these corners be dangerous early on for FC Motown STA. This one coming from a bit of a more favorable angle. This one could be difficult for Jonah Mednard and co. to deal with. Now Hot's left foot going to float this one in on goal, off the bar. And that was Garnett who got on the end of it. A blistering header that screamed off the woodwork. And not fully away with the danger yet, our Cedar Stars. On the far side, Motown attacking. Into the penalty area now is Idicheria. He fires and scores! A lovely left-footed finish. Danny Idicheria, and you have to feel like that one was coming. 11th minute, Motown leads.
In the 11th minute, FC Motown STA 1, Cedar Stars Rush 0.
Fourth goal on the season for Danny Idicheria. And the initial cross from that free kick didn't do much danger, but they kept it around, and Idicheria says, I'm going to do this one myself. Cuts inside to his left foot and just fires one that Mednard couldn't find at the end and nestles into the far side. Side netting, lovely stuff, and deservedly 1-0 to the home side. This feels like FC Motown STA are playing with a level of energy that just hasn't been matched by their opponents at this point, as that early long ball is going to trickle all the way out for a goal kick. And it's early goings, but you can tell Cedar Stars is just looking to get a little bit more grasp on things. Cedar Stars Rush, a club founded in 2018, co-owned by the Cedar Stars Academy of New Jersey and Rush Soccer. Began in USL 2 play in 2019, first season under which the league moniker was USL 2, formerly known as the Premier Development League of USL, the PDL. And FC Motown STA followed suit a couple years later as an USL 2 expansion side in 2021, when they were officially renamed to FC Motown STA in 2022. Each of these teams only has one playoff appearance in their USL 2 history. Very difficult to finish, but back to that in a moment, as Marciniak could be in here. Marciniak going to let fly, and Mo Williams was there to close it down. Look, it might have taken a deflection, but the referee points to the goal kick. Just a little bit moment there where the heads dropped for just a second from Motown, and Cedar Stars Rush were nearly in. But a tough angle and a good recovery from Williams. 1-0 at MSU Soccer Park, the home of New York Red Bulls 2 and the Montclair State Red Hawks. Danny Idicheria got us started with a lovely left-footed finish in the 11th minute. Second ball is Racinos, now fighting for it in the middle. Was Caden Pollard, and retreating all the way back to the goalkeeper Mednard now. The Cedar Stars Rush. Mednard playing in just his second game of the season, so foul is whistled at midfield. Amari Thompson, the Guyanese international, has been the go-to for 5 matches to this point. And a number of goalkeepers on the Cedar Stars roster. Mednard getting the call today. And has had to make some difficult saves, although he was beaten by Idicheria. Now turning there was Ezra Widman, dispossessed by Eric Ruiz. And now Garnett, early ball in, and in recovery was Paul Smiley, who had to clear the danger. Smiley, the Lehigh defender. Number of Lehigh players on both sides suiting up today. This will be already the 4th corner for the home side. This one again in on the 6, and Mednard had strong hands to hold on to that one. Nearly combined with Mo Williams. Strong hands from the Haitian international. Mednard played 2 matches at the collegiate level for Wake Forest this season. an ACC champion. A couple of ACC goalkeepers on display today with Alan Rotowski of UNC as Marciniak, or excuse me, now Marciniak, but that pass is cut out by Williams. That was Evan Marks looking to reach him, and now the other way, Garnett wanted to find Idicheria early, but still surging forward is Micah Garnett. Garnett going to take this one himself, and just opened his hips for his left foot and didn't quite catch it right. Goal kick. Long list of staff members on the bench of this FC Motown STA side. Today's head coach is Tom Bray. On the other side, Gary Adair and Kieran Patrick join the likes of Juan Santamaria and Michael Custidiano on the managerial side of things for Cedar Stars Rush. As this is forward for Takayama. Takayama wanted Marciniak. It was a good cut into the defense, but caught out in the end. That was Iit Kilic. And Idicheria wanted to get things started the other way. Just ran out of real estate on this near side. Throw in. Cunha couldn't fight off the challenge from Keenan Hott, who does well to win it. And inside for Garnett, those two play catch. Hott gonna let fly. Caught it well. Just over the bar. And this FC Motown STA side smelling a bit of blood early on. Now seeing Idicheria, Garnett, and Hott all try their own luck, from whether it be from distance or on their own accord. And this press has been pretty difficult for Cedar Stars to deal with early on. Here's the captain, Cunha. And Takayama bounces for Pollard. Now Marks. Switched out wide for Ajmai Tessalimi, but couldn't get control of it. Throw in. Tessalimi was recently the NJCAA champion with Iowa Western. Was the 2024 United Soccer Coaches Player of the Year in that division. Has earned a transfer to one of the powerhouses of NCAA soccer in Marshall. He will be a member of the Herd in the upcoming season. Reitenberg, the William and Mary forward, takes a little bit of a nudge from Smiley, and will be off of a white shirt, out for a Cedar Stars throw here. Here's Grossman Glover. Smiley looks for the middle. That's a good play by Widman, and a turn from Marks is a lovely one. Marciniak trying to start things forward. It's Kilic there to cut it out. Evan Marks has had some good moves on that left wing side to this point. And Takayama going to charge at the Motown defense. Now out wide to Salimi. Met by Nehenki. And now inside again for Takayama. Cut out by Williams. And that's Tessalimi, who's down on the ground injured. We're going to have a stoppage in play. No indication that the physios are going to be required. Now they'll bring on the medical staff as Tessalimi just shaken up a bit after that confrontation with Nehenki. Nehenki, an important part of the University of Penn and their campaigns in the Ivy League. One of the more tightly contested conferences in all of collegiate soccer. product of Seton Hall Prep, and PDA, the Morristown native, playing for his hometown club. Does it look like Taslimi might have caught a hand or an arm or an elbow to the face, and that's just the issue he's dealing with here. And the player's going to take this break to their advantage. And in this brutal heat, feels like 88 today in northern New Jersey. We've seen this all over the club competitions and international competitions in the United States, across the United States this summer. The use of water breaks and how managers and players alike can use those to their advantage. It's a quick turnaround for FC Motown STA after they face Cedar Stars Rush. We got another meeting with a New Jersey side on Wednesday. They got to go to Rutgers Newark, Frederick Douglass Field, where they face Morris Elite SC on the road, and follow that up on the weekend with a trifecta of New Jersey opponents. They'll be home at their other venue next Sunday at Ranger Stadium and the Madison campus of Drew University against Ironbound. Cedar Stars drew Ironbound 2-2 on the road at Williams Field in Elizabeth in their most recent match. Again, Cedar Stars Rush unbeaten in their last 3, including 2 wins against Westchester Flames and Staten Island ASC. Two wins out of 3 at home for the visitors today. They've had their struggles on the road. Only 1 win out of 3 tries. Or 1 win out of 4 tries, excuse me, when playing away from home. And they're already down through a quarter of a way through at MSU Soccer Park. It's 1-0 to the home side. There's Nahenki down the line for Itacheria. Burst of speed from Itacheria around Grossman Glover. But a good recovery from the CMS center back, and he sees that one out. There's Cunha for Marciniak, who does well to play through the middle. And Pollard being smart just to go back in possession. Now Smiley switches the point of attack. Evan Marks trying to combine with Racinos and doing well to keep possession here. Cedar Stars Rush. Into the middle. An errant pass from Marks just couldn't be kept alive. And that switch, an errant ball really out for a throw. Returning to the game is Ajmai Tessamili. Got some form of blockage in his nose as he did catch something up high. Seems to have drawn blood as well. Hope he's okay and good enough to continue. As Marks, the Marist winger, surges in. Member of the MAC all-third team. And now here he is again. Mark's going to let fly with his left and struck it well, but not on the frame. Goal kick. That was a good move from Cedar Stars Rush, perhaps their best to this point. Still no shots on target to show for their efforts. Williams with a bit of trickery there to help break the lines, and Levy can turn, and Elijah Hope couldn't. It was Racinos who was able to cut him out, and now Marks. Pollard with a clever leave there, but that time not as clever. He's able to win possession back, as nearly lost it in a dangerous area to Itacheria. Haiso Takayama. Caden Pollard looking through the heart of the defense, but Williams was there to cut out the pass. But his clearance isn't quite as good. It's kept alive by Tessalimi. And now Cunha plays for Pollard. And now sitting with all 11 shirts behind the ball is Motown. Eric Grossman Glover. Pollard again. Wanted Marks forward, but that was Micah Garnett to cut out the pass and eventually run again by Skylar Cunha, the former St. Benedict's midfielder. Now Pollard can switch. Takayama. He's got Tessalimi to his right. Here is Tessalimi. Back again. Takayama. Cunha. Racinos thought about the cross, but was met by Garnett. And organized in defense, this FC Motown side made it real difficult for Cedar Stars to do anything with what has now become their longest spell of possession to this point of the match. Skylar Cunha sees the long ball for Tessalimi. It's a good one. Just got caught under his feet, Tessalimi, and Nahinki wins possession back for the home side. Rakowski. And Kilic switches this one for Maurice Williams. Reitenberg tried to maintain possession of that one, but was confronted from behind by Smiley and run front by Cunha. There's one to throw. Kilic. Here's Ruiz. And now Kilic again. We've seen both sides opt to apply passive pressure at this moment. Sitting with a deeper line of confrontation now are Cedar Stars as a long ball from Kilic. Second ball is won by Tessalimi. Takayama under pressure from a couple of white shirts, and Tessalimi forced to retreat back to Mednard. Grossman Glover again. You can hear the shouts from the Motown bench, keep your shape. It's what they've been doing. They've allowed Cedar Stars Rush to have more of the ball, and it's a long ball there for Racinos, who is brought down and a foul whistled. Not a whole lot of contact in that confrontation, but it will be a foul. As many as 5 green shirts lining up in the box. 4 green shirts, really, with 2 in Cunha and Pollard waiting on the edge of the box, and it's going to be Mark's left-footed ball in. Grossman Glover was the target. He just couldn't redirect it back into the dangerous area. It skimmed off his head, out for a goal kick. I believe this is our first officially sanctioned water break of the contest at the 30th minute mark in this extreme heat. And like we said, we've seen extreme heat take headlines across the country. It's the summer of soccer in the United States with the Gold Cup as well as the FIFA Club World Cup. I believe we saw Borussia Dortmund's substitutes stay inside throughout their match when it was 88 degrees Fahrenheit. They took a little bit of flack for that, but doing anything they can to beat the heat in what has become a great summer for the beautiful game in our little corner of the footballing world. 1-0 to FC Motown STA over Cedar Stars Rush at MSU Soccer Park, home of New York Red Bulls 2 and the Montclair State Redhawks. 11th minute goal from danger man Danny Idicheria. His 4th of the USL 2 season. Had a standout year as a junior at Princeton this year, scoring 9 goals in 2024. And perhaps we've seen the heat get to both the teams early on. Saw early for Motown in particular, lots of high pressure. They found success forcing the Cedar Stars Rush defense into some difficult decisions and ultimately created some good scoring chances, got the early goal, and since then have been a little bit more passive with their line of confrontation, have gone from what looked like a high block perhaps to a mid block, and can say the same for Cedar Stars, although they didn't start the match with the same fire that the home side did. They seem to have been content with only applying pressure softly, and that's opened the game up a little bit. We've seen some better stretches of play and longer periods of possession for both the home and away side. As 2 minutes are up, we're getting ready to go back into action. Both sides within striking distance of a playoff berth. Of course, Motown first in their division at the moment. Again, behind on the Long Island Rough Riders on points, but with 2 games in hand, they've got better points per game and thus sit in first place over the Rough Riders. First or second place good enough to advance to the playoffs, with second place getting you into the qualifying round. And those didn't always used to be the rules. It used to be the top 3 finishers had a chance to play for playoffs. With the league continuing to expand and the grassroots soccer community exploding across the United States, and it's become harder and harder for teams at this level to play in both the Eastern Conference playoffs and on the national level. Competition has increased, and the one time that Cedar Stars were able to reach that was in 2021 after a second place finish in the Metropolitan Division, where they lost to Western Mass Pioneers 4-0 in the conference quarterfinal. And ironically enough, Motown reached the playoffs last year after a second place finish, but fell to Western Mass Pioneers in the qualifying round, as Nahinki can play this one back for Hot, confronted by Cunha. Hot again. Ruiz. Forward for Micah Garnett. Took a knock there. That was Ariane Racinos who was whistled for it. And quick restart from the home team. Here's Hope, wearing the captain's armband today, the right back from UConn. Now Idicheria. Inside for Hot, he leaves it for Nahinki. Nahinki with space. Nahinki wanted to leave it. And now forward is Noah Levy. And a dangerous kick out at the goalkeeper, Jonah Mednard. He'll be whistled for that and going to receive a bit of a talking to as well from the referee here. Did seem to contest for the ball, but a dangerous boot at that. And that ball's in the direction of Takayama, who takes a lovely first touch off of his chest. Takayama. Now Tessalimi joining the attack. Met by Ruiz, and a good sliding challenge from him. Eric Ruiz, the Rutgers midfielder, playing in 7 games out of 7 to this point for Motown, the Bloomfield native and another player who has experience on this pitch, played with RB2. Of course, this stadium just welcomed a new face in managerial terms, and U.S. national team legend Michael Bradley announced earlier last week as taking over for Ibrahim Sakaya as the Red Bulls 2 manager. As Takayama going short to the top of the area for Cunha. And now a driven ball in is flicked onto the back post. And it was nearly there. I believe that came off the head of Nahinki, who tried to get in front of it, but instead nearly played it into a number of green shirts fighting at the back post, and it will be another corner. This time it's going to be Cunha on the far side. And they just went short to the top of the area. And Pollard's open there again. This time it's an in-swinger, and it's going to be Marks who gets to it, but he was just put off enough by the defender to put it over the bar. Goal kick. In their next match, Cedar Stars will have a quick turnaround as well, as they've got to host the Hudson Valley Hammers. They'll be at home at Fairleigh Dickinson University before making a trip over to Newark on the weekend to play Morris Elite. So Morris Elite's got Motown on Wednesday, and then the visitors, Cedar Stars, next Sunday. Well, the New Jersey sides facing each other within succession here as Reutenberg plays through shouts for a handball. Intercepted by Ruiz in the middle. He's done really well on both sides of the ball, Ruiz, to this point. Now Williams splits a defender for Hott, and Hott's got space in front of him. Keenan Hott comes in. Hott got the strike away, but didn't quite get enough muscle behind it. He had attacking options to his right and left in the form of Garnett and Reutenberg, respectively. And an early ball out of danger from Grossman Glover, as FC Motown might have gotten caught with a bit of a higher line there than we've seen in the last 20 or so minutes. Racinos tried to play the switch for Takayama, but was cut out by Nahenki. And Idicheria can play it out wide for Garnett. It's a little bit late on that challenge, and the referee was not quick to call the whistle, was keen to see if there'd be advantage played, and good refereeing. He's sniffed it out and called the foul back instead. It's a good line-breaking pass from Grossman Glover, as Tessalimi combines with Widman in the middle. Cross coming in from Takayama was deflected and ultimately played out for a corner by Kilic. And just like that, Cedar Stars have had a pretty good run of play since the second water break. It's now their third corner. Pollard thought about the short one to Cunha again. This time he's going to float this one in to the 6-yard box, and a little bit too much height on that as Rakowski's able to collect. Into the 41st minute, still 1-0 to Motown. Danny Idicheria, 11th minute goal off the left foot. A lovely finish, and took it well all by himself. And at the time, I said it was very deserved, and It still is to this point. Cedar Stars haven't really threatened, but they've had the better bulk of play in the last 10 or so minutes, but this time the other way. Hope for Garnett, who looks to serve across and is deflected by Smiley, and strong challenge as well from Smiley, and another one there as Garnett hits the turf. And the second one they'll blow the whistle for. Gonna be another dangerous chance on the free kick on the far side, nearly a corner for Motown. Hot stands over it. 6 white shirts in the box, as well as Ruiz, and hot on top of the penalty area as Levy can turn this one in. It's the left foot of Levy, driven on target and seeing it the whole way was Jonah Mednard. Thought about going quick, but just didn't have the numbers upfield. The Cedar Stars keeper. Pollard lofting this one forward for Marciniak. And now Nahenki under pressure from Takayama. The touch from Tessalimi was a poor one, and ultimately the ball from Itachiria was cut out as well. Racinos. Good leave forward from Marks, and now Cunha looking for Marciniak, but Azit Kilic, first one to it. Good defending, and the clear as well. Ruiz does well to play out of the fight from Ezra Widman, the former New York Red Bull and New England Revolution Academy product. And Itachiria wanted to find Nahenki. Now Nahenki gets to it. And thought he won a corner, but the referee disagreed. And now looking to play out of the danger are Cedar Stars. Nearly kept alive by Itachiria, but with space to move now is Skylar Cunha. Out to the right wing side, Widman. And a charge at Noah Levy, the Lehigh Central midfielder. And Levy does really well to slow this one down, and eventually called back for the foul is Widman. And ironically enough, that chance turned into a goal, if not for the whistle blowing early. So Mateusz Marciniak, the recipient of the ball in the end, was able to deposit it into the back post, but at that point, the whistle had gone. The players had stopped, but didn't look like there was a whole lot in that confrontation as well. Could have been a really dangerous chance, but Noah Levy doing well in recovery. The Scotch Plains native, product of PDA, now applies his trade at the collegiate level with Lehigh. He's got 1 goal on the season, the midfielder. And that earlier win on June the 8th against the Long Island Rough Riders, who you expect to be right at the top of that race for the division, but Reutenberg has muscled his way into the penalty area and nearly had a chance on goal. He was slowed down in the end by Racinos, and Mednard was able to hop on it. To the 45th minute now. Imagine we will have a lengthy amount of stoppage time, considering the injury break when they attended to Hajmai Tessalimi, as well as the water break at the 30th minute, as Williams steps forward. And now Ruiz switches. Here's Itachiria. Giving chase is hot, and Eric Grossman-Glover does a good job of shielding him out for a goal kick. Mednard looks long. Marciniak Shielding Kilic just gets a foot on it. And now Marciniak in a fight with Joaquin Nehinki, but the Penn left back comes out the victor of that battle there. Now Reutenberg. Reutenberg's able to turn and avoid the challenge of Tessalimi. Now numbers to the right. Keenan Hott into Micah Garnett. Garnett. Still Garnett. And Garnett scores! Oh, what a finish! And it must be said, Gabe Reutenberg did a lot of good work on this near side to avoid a number of challenges from the green shirts. They spread it out wide. It was a 3v2 on this far side. Garnett had options to play, just waited to create a bit of space, and a left-footed strike, his 6th of the season. 2-0. Right when it seemed like the visitors were maybe growing into the match, could have had a chance and could have gotten into halftime not only down by 1, but maybe could have nicked away an equalizer. Instead, going the other way, just clinical in front of goal, Micah Garnett doubles the advantage, 2-0 to Motown.
But you know what I'm saying. Like, I know you agree, but like,
I did not show them. I saw and told them to choke them.
Joaquin, good stuff.
A team effort on this left side as Nehinki won the initial ball, and Reutenberg did well to avoid the challenge of Smiley and then avoid the challenge of Tessalimi, play through the middle. Keenan Hott could have charged it himself, but used Micah Garnett, who had the overlapping Elijah Hope with him, and that created a bit of space for him to take one touch out to his left foot and just fire one into the top left corner. Nothing Jonah Mednard could do. 2-0 is the score as we approach the halftime whistle. Here's Tessalimi. And Takayama. Avoided a lunge from Ruiz, and still Takayama. Now Cunha. Racinos. And Cunha again. Takayama met by Levy. And now his cross is deflected out for another corner. Danny Idicheria and Micah Garnett, each with goals in their last 3 games, make that 5 in his last 4 for Garnett, who's just been on an incredible roll recently, in addition to Idicheria, as well as Reutenberg, who has scored in each of his last 2, but did a lot in creating the second one here, although he hasn't gotten on the score sheet yet. And swinger from Cunha doesn't quite beat the first defender, and now falls kindly for Widman, who couldn't strike it back on frame. Now into the 49th minute of stoppage time in the first half. And the referee checking his watch, got the whistle ready as Rukowski's goal kick comes in. That will be the halftime whistle. Halftime score is Motown 2, Cedar Stars Rush 0. Goals from Danny Idicheria and Micah Garnett are the difference. And look like Cedar Stars Rush, we're going to grow back into it at the latter part of that first half, but instead it's a second goal from the home side. They lead by 2 going into the halftime break.
We start the timer now? Awesome, yeah, we go 15 points.
Everything good?
Yes.
Great. Say again? No, I don't do it. It's the first time we've done it. We did the NPSL game. Oh, we did the coming in from the city then? Yeah. Bad commute or?
Yeah, not that bad.
Okay.
Way here, but I think on the way back.
Yeah, it's gonna be on. I'm usually doing it the other way, where I'm going into New York from Jersey. So, Westfield, Union County.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like not too far from here. 35-minute drive. Yeah, where in the city are you?
By the border here.
Oh, okay, Queens. Yeah, okay, not too bad. I was just doing a bunch of games at Queens College, so I was like right around.
Braveheart?
Yeah, Braveheart, Dusk, and Pan Cyprians.
Nice. I'm actually doing a Braveheart game, but they have it in New Headquarters.
Oh, okay. Gotta get out of here. Right. So no interview then?
I was going to just do this and back up.
Okay, that's easier for me.
Yeah. Every team I take from style.
I'm sweating. It's not any cooler. It's actually the breeze here is so this won't keep so. I got a bottle of water. Thank you. I appreciate that. But the sound is good. Quality is good. All right. Nice. Glad to hear it. Sorry.
Sorry about that.
Hey, where's the camera for this thing?
Where's the camera?
Yeah.
Just on the other side there. That tall pole, if you can see.
What website is this on?
This is New Logical Sports on YouTube.
Alright. My friend's son's playing it. I heard you, so I was like, this game's being streamed.
Ah, nice.
Excited.
No, that's got nothing to do with me. I just do this. We got another, I think he's just took a walk real quick to get some cool air. But yeah, we have a camera operator. I don't touch any of that stuff. I don't. Too high tech for me.
Cool.
Cada vez que yo me subo tengo que limpiar el polvo y eso es mío. Ahí coge mucho polvo.
Welcome back. Just seconds ahead of second half action at MSU Soccer Park at Pitzer Field on the campus of Montclair State University, home the New York Red Bulls 2 and the Montclair State Redhawks. I'm James Burley with New Logical Sports. FC Motown STA leads Cedar Stars Rush 2-0 after 45 minutes in USL 2 Metropolitan Division play. Match day 7 for the home side, match day 8 for Cedar Stars Rush. That game in hand proving to be important for this Motown Tide, who are still unbeaten to this point. 5 wins and a draw is enough for first place on points per game, ahead of the Long Island Rough Riders, who do have a 3-point advantage on them. Those 2 games in hand that Motown have on the reigning division leaders, proving to be important at this point. They already beat that Rough Riders side, but tonight it's been all Motown in North Jersey against their rivals as well from New Jersey. Danny Itticheria got things started with a left-footed strike in the 11th minute, and then with a left-footed strike of his own in first half stoppage time was Micah Garnett to double the advantage. Garnett and Hope on this right side, both donning the captain's armband, the Yukon fullback and the Portland right winger, respectively. As Ezra Widman gets things started, and second half action is underway at MSU Soccer Park. One change of note for Cedar Stars up front. Entering the match is Colin O'Brien, the former St. Peter's Prep and CSA Bergen product, currently playing at American University, has stepped up front, and Skylar Cunha charges through the middle. Also entering the match for the visitors is Jun Han, the Utah native, formerly of Real Salt Lake and Salt Lake Community College. That ball goes wide of the goal, out for a goal kick. Now plays with DePaul in the Big East. Jun Han and goalkeeper Eric Jaspers, who's currently on the bench for the visitors. Both had a moment at Salt Lake CC before making the jump to Division I outfits, each of them. Zit Kilic finds Itticheria with space in the middle. He turns, met by Ezra Widman. And now for the fullback, Joaquin Nehinki. Oh, good bit of trickery there to get by Widman. Now for Itticheria. The flag stays down. Itticheria into the penalty area. His cross deflected by Eric Grossman Glover. And it will be a corner. No changes for the home side after their first 45. Keenan Hott's cross coming in on the goalkeeper. Jonah Medner hit the deck, but no foul given. It's just a bit of traffic in that area in front of goal. Luckily for the players in neon green and black, that one fell all the way through for a goal kick. There's Arian Racinos, forward for Evan Marks. Marks does well to keep that in play, but Micah Garnett recovers. Here's Eric Ruiz, who hasn't gotten on the score sheet, but perhaps has done some more of the important brunt work in central midfield. Now here's Williams. He's had to be called into action to put out a couple fires. This time he brings the ball forward and earns a throw-in deep in enemy territory for Motown. Hott plays catch with Hope and now Reutenberg. Ruiz. Forward for Hott. This is lovely stuff from Motown. Hott lets fly, and it's a good right-hand save from Jonah Medner. He had to be quick to react there. Good little interplay between Hott and Reutenberg on top of the penalty area. And it was a tight angle. Hott took it well. It was met by an even better save from Jonah Medner. Now Nehinki to put in the corner. That one goes all the way to the back post and doesn't find anybody. Goal kick. With his goal at the end of the first half, Micah Garnett has matched his total from last season with 6 goals. He's gotten it in 7 games to this point. The man wearing number 7 in white. Now make that 5 goals in his last 4. It's not to say that if you're the leading scorer on this FC Motown STA team, pretty likely you go on to do great things. The leading scorer from last season, Jason Borgi, with 9 goals in 2024. Now with the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, the USL Championship at the pro level. A lot of these players, of course, have already made their pro debuts, whether that be in MLS Next Pro or the USL with the likes of New York Red Bulls 2. Players on both sides have had that privilege to this point. And now Reutenberg gives chase on the goalkeeper, Mednerd. Now Smiley for Cunha. Cunha looking to turn with hope on his back. Now ran into a little trouble in the midfield. And it's Keenan Hott who forces him all the way back into the feet of Smiley. Smiley again. Back now for Mednerd, who's got no choice but to put his foot through this one. And that's Levy on the first ball in the middle, and Tessalimi fighting for it. Now moving forward, our Cedar Stars. This is Colin O'Brien. Now Widman and Hahn. Widman again crossed into the penalty area. Couldn't clear it. That was Elijah Hope who couldn't clear it. Shouts for a handball. The referee having none of it. It was Hayato Takayama waiting there to get on the errant clearance, but Hope got away with it in the end. And now Widman going to drive another one in, and this time just no green shirts waiting for it. That one trickles all the way out for a goal kick. So Ruiz plays catch with Nahenki on the far side. Into the middle. Trying to turn was O'Brien. Dispossessed by Noah Levy. And now Garnett can push things forward into the direction of Itachiria, who switches for Reutenberg. The William and Mary forward is able to corral it in the far corner. Reutenberg crosses it back in. Garnett's got space in the penalty area. Micah Garnett. Still Garnett to his left. Garnett fires. Blocked away. Danger still not averted. Nahenki in a crossing position. Elects to play feet for Garnett. Now a weak-footed cross from Nahenki. Finds Reutenberg. Chest of Reutenberg is a good one, but Smiley is there to cut it out. Tough ball for Reutenberg to deal with, really. Driven ball right into him. And now Motown doing well as Garnett, who was able to knock that out off of Smiley for the throw deep in enemy territory. Now it's going to be Nahenki in charge of the throw here. Reutenberg bounces for Garnett. It was a good step in the end from Jun Han, the former RSL Academy man. And in the end, he's going to be whistled for the foul, actually. The fight with Itachiria, or rather with Ruiz. Saw a similar chance on the opposite end in the first half that from this angle was striked on goal, and Mednard was able to see it all the way through. This time a bit more off to the side, perhaps more likely to be a cross, as it's Hot who floats this one to the back post, and a little bit too much on that goal kick. Quick passing out of the back, and Ariane Racinos was trying to play it out, but Micah Garnett again in recovery is able to win, or rather concede a throw, but happy to do so. Now Marks bounces nicely for Junhan, who's got no choice but to retreat to his center back Smiley. And Smiley gets it again. Grossman Glover spreads it out early. It's a good ball forward in the direction of Takayama. And now Widman plays forward for Tessalimi. This is a good move forward from Cedar Stars, but that ball back from Tessalimi was a little bit too far behind the likes of Widman, and recovering was Nahenki to clear. And Nahenki again with a strong challenge. This time is knocked it back off of Takayama and won a goal kick. Excellent defending. As Itacheria doing well to recover and find Williams. And while there are 6 points between these two teams, and if the results hold, there'll be 9 points between these two, and Cedar Stars have done well enough to this point of the season where they're still in for a shout at a playoff race, and 9 points behind second place Long Island Rough Riders. And as far as things go, this would be their most lopsided result of the season. They've only lost by scorelines of 2-1 and 1-0 as they trail by a pair to the 58th minute at MSU Soccer Park. So Racinos cuts in for Widman. Widman playing catch on top of the penalty area, and now finding on the far side Takayama. This is lovely stuff from Cedar Stars. Now to the back post. I was recovering Colin O'Brien. He couldn't redirect it back on frame, but some clever stuff in the attack from Cedar Stars Rush. Certainly the most lively we've seen them in this second half. Perhaps their best created chance of the contest, really. Racinos wins that one out of the air, but the second ball falls calmly for Ruiz. Kenny Hott does well to bounce off Reitenberg, but that ball was out of reach for Garnett. Instead, they'll elect to keep the press up high. It's another deep throw for Cedar Stars. They've, I don't know, a number of these to deal with in the second half, and Cunha is able to play through Grossman Glover, but he's got to retrieve this one in his own 6-yard box, and now Reitenberg can apply some pressure. A forward from Takayama, and Widman leaves it. Takayama does well to get around. That was Levi, who, unfortunately for him, slipped a little bit. And now Hunjan plays out wide for Marks, who caught it well, but right into the direction of Alan Rakowski. It was Junhan on the switch, who did well to receive it from Takayama, who was able to get around the lunging challenge from Noah Levy. And in the end, an easy enough save for Rakowski, but strong effort from Marks. And now Cedar Stars have started to make themselves look a little bit more dangerous in this one. Reutenberg trying to turn Racinos, but it's a lovely challenge. And the UNH left back, and this ball forward is taken down beautifully by Marks. That's a sensational first touch. Now Racinos avoids the challenge from Garnett, and now Hope blocks the cross from Marks. And again, soft shouts for a handball there, but it's none given, and Williams can float this one away. Reutenberg with a lovely first touch to open up hot, and again, just wanted to get Idicharia forward, and it was a bit of a dangerous challenge from Tessalini, but was able to get the ball and avoided the lunging feet of Hot altogether. Takayama with space to cross. Marks first time back into the penalty area. Widman trying to float this one to the back stick and leaning back a little bit too far there. Goal kick. So the last few chances have all belonged to the visitors here as they're starting to make their presence known. And a couple of changes pending for the home side. Yes. Keenan, Kenny Hatt, and Gabe Reutenberg both stepping off for the day and entering number of fresh faces for Motown. The first ball is one out of the air by Smiley. Entering the match up front is the former A10 Rookie of the Year. That's Andrew Armstrong of Dayton. And that ball was played in his direction, but fell all the way to the goalkeeper, Mednard. And also entering the match is the former Ajax youth player, is Timo Janssen, formerly of Santa Barbara Community College in U-Albany. Now finishing out his collegiate career with Rutgers. Making his 5th USL 2 appearance for the season, as that's Danny Idicharia, who's down and receiving some attention. You can see the impact the Heat has had on this match, just not quite being played with the same intensity and pace as it was at the opening whistle. Now that we are 63 minutes in. Maybe with attention to the left knee, left hamstring of Danny Idicharia, as he receives attention from the medical staff. And once again, both teams using this as an opportunity, much needed opportunity at that, to get some water. Seems as though it's only gotten hotter as the day's gone on. And we're threats of a thunderstorm in the North New Jersey area. All that was able to subside by around 1:30 p.m. today, local time. And the next weather threat came from the Heat, and both teams have been vigilant playing through it to this point. And we'll see if that is the end of Danny Idicharia's day. To this point, Scott, the go-ahead goal with his opener off the left foot in the 11th minute. A few more changes to be made by the home side here. Entering the match in central midfield. And another Lehigh player who's squeezed onto the pitch. That's Trey Sheeler, who did score in Motown's previous game, a 4-3 victory over Manhattan SC, the Bethlehem, PA native and Lehigh midfielder. Elijah Hope plays through a foul there. No whistle shown. And now combining forward with another substitute. This is Dominic Valenzuela, who just stepped on for Cedar Stars Rush, the Wayne, New Jersey native and Fairleigh Dickinson midfielder. Member of the NEC All-Rookie team in 2024, Valenzuela. Now Takayama going at Nahinki. He gets his cross in, and O'Brien was there, but met brilliantly as well by Kilic. And now the substitute, Judah Suman, who came on for the likes of Itacheria, gets away with a nice little fake there. Good bit of trickery, and he finds the other substitute, Janssen. And now all three substitutes in the attacking half. Armstrong can come in. Here's Armstrong who scores! 3 left-footed strikes, and it's 3-0 for FC Motown STA. The substitute, Andrew Armstrong, makes it 3 in the 67th minute. Just decides to take on a couple players on that far side and puts enough power on the finish that Mednard was able to get some, but not all. It's 3-0 now to FC Motown STA. They're running away with it at MSU Soccer Park. It's Armstrong's first USL 2 goal of the season. The rising sophomore at Dayton was the A10 Rookie of the Year as a member of the Flyers. And was part of the A10 first team as well. An excellent freshman campaign. And now he's followed that up with instant impact off the bench. 3-0. Motown are roaring over Cedar Stars Rush this afternoon as Eric Ruiz pushes this one forward for Janssen. And now Esuman, the Ghanaian international, cuts it into the middle for Janssen. This is lovely stuff. And now Armstrong tried to let one fly again. And that one took a deflection as that was Tessalimi in recovery to close that one out. Hayato Takayama defended well by Eric Ruiz, and still just a fight between those two. Ruiz is able to come away with it, and Nahinki keeping this one in play and launching it forward and forcing a difficult touch from Eric Grossman-Glover, who concedes a throw. Second ball nearly fell to Asuman. Rutgers commit out of Woodstock Academy in Connecticut. Yiğit Kilic, the Istanbul native at center back for this Motown side, has been excellent next to his partner Williams in defense. And Hope nearly got caught in the fence there as he tried to keep that one in play. Instead, it'll be at Cedar Stars' throw. Smiley. Now Takayama. Jonah Mednert. Now with a 3-goal lead, no need to apply the press, Tom Bray says, and Motown now playing in a much lower line of confrontation than we've seen to this point even. Smiley launches this one forward, just switching the point of attack to Hayato Takayama, and a difficult ball to deal with, falls out for a throw again. Janssen bouncing, and a big switch coming from Nahenki, and Hope just wasn't wide enough to receive that and falls out for another throw. And perhaps it's the heat being felt a bit. Just seems like passes going a little bit more awry, things loosening up a little bit. As we approach the 72nd minute of play now, 3-0 Motown lead. Itcheria and Garnett got it started in the first half. Garnett's got 5 goals in his last 4 matches now, and Itcheria's scored in 3 straight for his 4 goals on the year. And then off the bench is Andrew Armstrong, who made no mistake with his first shot of the contest, using his left foot, beat a couple players and just striked one with venom that Mednard could not be bothered to keep all the way out. That's Asuman who gets whistled for the foul there. And we've yet to see set pieces really cause as much danger as they looked like they were going to at the early goings of the match. Each team had a number of corners and set pieces like this in the first half and caused some danger for each of the goalkeepers. Mednard specifically, who had some tough ones to deal with, and since then it's been a lot of harmless crosses. Let's see if Cunha can whip one in that causes a bit of danger. His side running out of time to make something out of this match. Now Cunha takes a couple steps and now flicked on and nearly put home by Takayama. It was a good ball to the front post, but a tough angle. Takayama nearly was able to flick it all the way to the back post, and it just flew wide. Motown finished second in the USL 2 Metropolitan Division in 2024, just 2 points behind the Long Island Rough Riders in first place on 29 points. And that 27 points was good for a 2.25 point per game clip, good enough to get into the playoffs and at least to the qualifying round. But to this point of the season, and as this result inches closer and closer to looking more final, they've already eclipsed that point per game clip at 2.67 through 6 games, and that'll climb even higher if they get 6 wins out of 7. Now Marks plays catch with Valenzuela on this side, but it's cut out by Hope. Now Armstrong was trying to play around to his winger, but stepping in was Smiley, and now Marks thought about it for a moment. Now into the middle, Smiley looking for Marks again and just couldn't combine with him, and now Micah Garnett does well to win that one off the back of Jun Han. Timo Janssen. Asuman. Confronted by Cunha, and that'll go out for a throw. Another trio of substitutes preparing to come on for the home side. Ball forward into the direction of O'Brien. He's able to turn, but heavy touch falls to the way of Nahinki, who just clears. Nahinki cuts out that ball. Came from the foot of Grossman Glover. Here's the Penn fullback again. And now stepping in is Sheeler. And Ruiz calmly switches. Lovely ball into the direction of Hope, who's got room to run. Elijah Hope now for Armstrong. Those two combine on the far side, and Hope tried to hook that one back into a dangerous area. It was deflected away by a recovering Junhan. And now those substitutes will come on for the home side. Well, hold on a moment there, folks, as looks like we're going to be taking the mandatory water break at this juncture. Once again, this will be the second water break of the half, and the first one was due to injury. This one, the officially whistled by the referee. It looks like Patrick O'Toole was one substitute that was going to take off the likes of Joaquin Nahinki, it looked like. Another defender, Ryan Vaubel, as well, looks to be in addition. In the 77th minute now, we take this break. Just 13 minutes and change plus stoppage time between now and the three whistles. 3-0 to Motown. And it'd be difficult to say that they don't deserve the commanding lead to this point. They've been the better side and have taken their chances well. Both of these teams will be very familiar with one another. You've got college teammates on either side, a number of them, and you've got players who grew up playing both with and against each other, all from the local area. These two teams, and Cedar Stars and STA, just powerhouses in creating talented youth players in this part of the soccer world. Cedar Stars, of course, casts a wide net in terms of sister clubs and sister locations. Their main branches, of course, being in Monmouth and Bergen, with clubs in Hudson Valley, Staten Island, Atlantic County, Egg Harbor, Ocean, and Wayne. And of course, STA's got a couple of pre-professional sides in the NPSL and USL too. Their NPSL team, founded in 2012, and was at one point a national champion of the NPSL as well. Cedar Stars Rush, of course, in the name, owned by a couple of entities, Cedar Stars Academy as well as Rush Soccer, who have got their hand in youth clubs just about everywhere in the country, but particularly in USL 2, own 3 other clubs, including Colorado Rush, Daytona Rush, and Virginia Beach United, who are a joint venture in their own right. And now into the 80th minute of play, as Timo Janssen stands over the near corner. His left-footed in-swinger going to the back post. Sheeler was there, but it avoids every shirt. And again, another goal kick. We've seen a few of those where they found success in putting it in tight on the goalkeeper, Mednard, but haven't quite been able to keep it either in play, or if they have kept it in play, find the head of a teammate. And now the pressure coming high again after the break as Asuman trying to apply pressure on Smiley, and now Valenzuela. Another substitute in for the visitors is dispossessed there. Here's Ruiz. Now going forward is Patrick O'Toole, who nearly was able to get that one back across the penalty area. Now Andrew Alexander switching for Vaubel, the substitute. Ryan Vaubel, the former West Virginia player, now with Ryder. Ruiz. Williams. Wanted Asuman, but Desamili was able to cut that out. And now Valenzuela under pressure from Vaubel, just looking to clear. Vaubel deflects and keeps it in. This time it is nudged away from danger and ultimately cleared by Tesalimi. Recorralled. Here's O'Toole. That one's conceded in possession by Williams, and Marks does well to just shield it out for a throw. O'Toole, the brother of New York City FC left back Kevin O'Toole, a Montclair, New Jersey native, and former Red Bulls Academy product as well. Applies his trade at the collegiate level at the University of Michigan. Valenzuela was looking to combine with Marks, but Williams cut out the first ball. Marks is able to recover and turn around on Williams as well. He's done well with the chance here, if not for a lovely challenge again from Eric Ruiz, who's just been so dominant on both sides of the ball, controlling the center of the park today. As that ball from O'Toole is a good one into the direction of Andrew Armstrong, excuse me. And now O'Toole again trying to cut into the penalty area, was closed off by the likes of Kenneth Nevis. He shouted for a penalty, but I don't think he was going to get that call there. And this time the foul does go in the direction of Cedar Stars. That was Yit Kilic whistled for the foul. Smiley launches this one forward for Marks, who's done well to backheel this one into the substitute Santiago Arroyave. Now the cross in from Marks, just got it all wrong really. Goal kick again, and he's been excellent, Marks, in terms of being able to turn with players in his personal space, being able to fight with players on his back. On the half turn, has done well to create on this left side, but just hasn't been able to find a teammate in a dangerous area, put something together for a shot on goal. They've been few and far between for Cedar Stars in this second half, particularly those shots. Zwerkowski sends it long again. Giving chase there was Giacomo Zizza, another Lehigh fixture in this match and for this FC Motown team. Denville, New Jersey native, former product of STA's youth programs, and Zizza making his third USL 2 appearance this year. There's only 4 players, including the goalkeeper who started this match for Motown, still remain on the pitch, as that's a really strong challenge from Patrick O'Toole. Ahead the other way, Jude Asuman. He's only got Smiley to beat. He's going to slow things down and look to his left. There's Armstrong inside for Asuman, and now O'Toole recovers. What a strong challenge from Nevis. Was able to sniff out the danger. And now a 2v2 the other way. Here's Colin O'Brien. Into the penalty area now for Marks. That was Ryan Vaubel in recovery to cut out the pass and put out the fire. And now Janssen can play in the opposite direction. Armstrong switches. It's a great ball and to the chest of Zietza, who unfortunately concedes possession to Valenzuela, but Zietza is able to close out the pass in the end. 85 minutes down at MSU Soccer Park, 3-0 to the home side, FC Motown STA. Goals from Danny Itacheria, Micah Garnett, and Andrew Armstrong. 2 of those coming in the first half, with Armstrong's coming in the 67th minute. As Marks picks up from Grossman Glover. It's a lovely turn from Marks, the Marist winger, out wide now for Valenzuela. His cross was blocked by Vaubel, but bounces in the penalty area. Now, Arayave tried to pump that one back in and instead cut out by Motown. And now they've got numbers forward if they hurry. Andrew Armstrong with Assuman. He wanted to play the more fruitful ball into the ongoing path of Zietza, but instead that pass was cut out and he concedes the foul on Nevis as well. Sloppy ball in the middle, picked off by Zietza. And now Assuman with Smiley in front of him. Assuman, good bit of footwork, but Smiley recovers nicely. Now Arayave. To Salimi. Switches it for Takayama. Now O'Brien avoids a challenge from Kilic behind, and Takayama looking to turn. It's a good run from Arayave into the penalty area. Santiago trying to turn and cross, and that's the loudest shouts for a handball we've gotten to this point, and that one really did look like it could have clipped off of the arm of whoever recovered there. I believe it was Sheeler. The referee electing to keep his whistle down again is Assuman. Vaubel. Big switch from Ryan Vaubel, but just wasn't on the same page with Andrew Armstrong there, and that one falls all the way to the goalkeeper. Salimi's got loads of space to turn in the middle. There's a dual pivot of Sheeler and Ruiz sitting further back. Ruiz has picked up the captain's armband as Micah Garnett and Elijah Hope have both stepped off. And I think it's safe to say that Ruiz, with his performance today, has earned that bit of recognition. Has been leading by example and has been a calm point of emphasis in the middle of the park for his team today. And a bit of a tug of the shirt from Arayave on Timo Janssen. That's probably the closest we've gotten to a caution into the 89th minute here at MSU Soccer Park. Has been a pretty tame game in terms of fouls and the severity of fouls, at least. And it was a bit of a shirt tug, but nothing crazy at that. And the cards stay in the pocket, as they have done all evening. Rakowski. It's a good touch by Vaubel. Alan Rutkowski, formerly of Red Bulls too, spent lots of his development with the New York Red Bulls Academy, playing on this pitch as well, and a commit to UNC. He actually joined North Carolina, then the Tar Heels in the spring of 2025, and has already gotten a few months of collegiate experience under his belt before things really kick off in the upcoming fall. Switching through the feet of Rutkowski again is the Motown backline. Here's Yeet Kilic. And now opening up early and trying to find a shrieking O'Toole down the left wing side was Zietza. Just caught the strike all wrong. It's gone out for a far throw. Into the 90th minute of 90 now. 3-0 to FC Motown STA. All is elementary at this point. All procedural, as they say. It's just a matter of how much stoppage time is between us from the full-time whistle now, as That's Kenneth Nevis, who steps in, the former PDA and Cedar Stars Academy product, and also spent time with the Red Bulls Academy. Now the foul does come out. He was adamant that that one wasn't given. The referee just waiting to see if advantage would be seen, and instead whistling this one back, and Smile Eye can get things started again. Weak ball into Arayave. Janssen nearly caught it out, but instead Arayave got position on him and drew the foul. We're past the full 90 at MSU Soccer Park. Motown just looking to see this one out. Cedar Stars looking to collect something to smile about after performance that they'd otherwise like to forget, perhaps. Ruiz. Now Vobel. The Middletown North High School graduate. Vobel was trying to connect with Asuman. The Rutgers commit on this right side, and instead was caught out by Valenzuela, and the clearance from Mednard was not quite what he had ordered. Sheeler picks that up in the middle. O'Toole. Now Armstrong. And for Ruiz in the middle. Just calm in possession now are Motown. O'Toole again. That pass into the direction of Zitza was cut out. And that was Neves who ran through the back of Ruiz and whistled for the foul there. Just another opportunity to slow things down for Motown as they're cruising to what should be their 6th win of the season. They'll remain unbeaten through 7 matches for an absolute dream first half of this USL 2 season. Will they start the second half with their biggest win to date? It'll tie their 5-2 win over Staten Island ASC for their greatest margin of victory on the year. And that one was also at home, but at their other venue, at Ranger Stadium of Drew University. And that's where they'll be for their next home match a week from today against Ironbound SC. But of course, before that, they've got to go on the road to Rutgers Newark to face Morris Elite. It's a good turn from Giacomo Zitza, and Asuman was offside, but Ryan Vobel might not be as he gives chase, and Valenzuela did enough to put him off it. Both wide players slid in for it, and Vobel was able to get to it, but not in a dangerous area as Valenzuela launches this one forward for Takayama. O'Toole recovering. Inside for Evan Marks. This could be a chance for Cedar Stars. Marks lets fly, is blocked away by Williams. And there are the 3 whistles. That is the final chance of the match. It finishes 3-0. FC Motown STA takes it over the visiting Cedar Stars Rush. Their 6th win of the USL 2 season. 6 wins out of 7 unbeaten to this point of the year. They've been excellent, and they showed that again today. Goals from Danny Itacheria, his 4th of the season. A lovely left-footed finish in the 11th minute, and another really strong left-footed strike from top scorer Micah Garnett, who gets his 6th in first half stoppage time. And then in the 67th minute, capping it off, and with a cherry on top, off the bench, Andrew Armstrong, another left-footed strike from the A10 Rookie of the Year. Final score at MSU Soccer Park, FC Motown STA 3, Cedar Stars Rush 0. I've been James Burley for this production of New Logical Sports. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a good rest of your weekend.